My friends, I have something that I'm kind of ashamed that I purchased, and I'm sure you know what it is because you looked at the title and thumbnail of the video, but the AirPods Max. Mostly I picked these up because I'm simply just wondering, how does Apple get away with justifying the $550 price tag? Because I'm no stranger to the slightly higher end noise canceling over-ear headphones. I've owned the Bose QC35s as well as the Sony WH-1000XM4s, so I kind of have experience with it, and I also have experience with Apple's product lineup as far as AirPods and AirPods Pro. So I'm really wondering, how do they get away with charging $300 more than the regular AirPods Pro? So I just got mine in the mail. As you can see here, I haven't even unwrapped it. So we're gonna do that. And I'm just gonna give you my first impressions on these, my live take on what's going on with the AirPods Max. I got the space gray version because Reece would kill me if I got anything besides that. And as you can see, the packaging is just very quintessentially Apple. And there are the outrageously expensive headphones with, I do not like that. That is not what I was led to. Oh, it still has the plastic on it. Okay, that's a little different. The carrying purse that comes with this, it has a protective plastic, and I thought that was the actual texture. That's not right at all. Okay, it's leather feeling. It's kind of slick, which I don't personally like. What is that little, oh, that's where they just come together right there. I'm not a huge fan of the aesthetic choice of having this like deep groove right there, but let's go ahead and see how they fit for the first time. Left and right indication. That's quite a good seal. Oh, that's kind of cool. You can hear like the air squishing away from the ear cups. I'm not sure if I'm picking it up on the headphone, but it does create a pretty decent seal before obviously I've even turned them on or I'm even using them. One of the key things and one of the reasons why Apple says that they're going to be charging so much is because of the innovative design on the band. That's not clicky, that's kind of like a hydraulic piston almost, and then it has this little weeble wobble that allows you to get whatever fit that you want on your head, rotating it however you want. So overall, the design is pretty good. These are magnetic, which is actually really great and really nice for either wanting to have a secondary pair in case you need to clean these, or if they end up wearing out due to long-term use. I think I really appreciate having magnetic ear cups, and you can pick up replacements for $69, which is nice, but also kind of expensive. Overall, the feeling of the metal, it's what you would expect, but the key thing is, how do they sound? And the fact that they can charge $550 and only give you a USB-C to lightning cable and no actual charger in the box for these fancy things, that as far as I'm aware, don't have wireless charging. You actually have to physically charge them, and also don't have a 3.5mm jack, so that you have to buy a 3.5mm jack to lightning. And the fact that it's not actually using a USB-C port, it's using lightning instead of the new standard that okay, makes the same sound when you put it on, the ba-boom. So let's go ahead and pull up a song. Let's see what we got. I'm already having Bluetooth glitching. Oh my. Oh, this is bad. Oh, it is not connecting well at all. Oh, now it's not doing it. Just, I guess the initial connection was that spottiness. Insanely bass heavy, and not in like a good way. How do I get transparency mode? Okay, now I can hear myself talking. That's quite nice. I put on transparency mode there, and now I can actually hear myself as I'm talking while the music's going on. Which, I mean, Sony kind of has that feature where you hold your hand on your ear and it'll give it to you, or you can, was it double tap that you could do? No, it was a button on the side. So it's kind of the same. This actually sounds a lot better and a lot clearer, and actually has surprisingly no latency for me to be able to hear my own voice, which is not leading to any sort of jamming speech feedback effect. So it's quite responsive in that regard. Transparency mode is actually awesome, but I guess I'll listen to a little bit more music and try to get what I think of them so far. But the big thing that I always felt was lacking in the Sony QC35s, as well as the Sony over-ears, was the fact that they're amazing at noise cancellation on the low end, but they are not that great at noise cancellation on the high end. And that's actually a lot of the sound that I have to block out in my day-to-day from working from home. Kids laughing and playing tend to be on the higher side of the scale, and that leads to me not not actually being able to drown out all of the noise that I need to in order to focus, which was ultimately why I actually gave up the Sony 1000s to Reece, because they're great for airplanes. They can get rid of the droning of the engines, but they can't get rid of day-to-day stuff, which is really frustrating for me. And the AirPods Pros don't really do that either, but hopefully, maybe. Okay, we're gonna check this. I'm gonna see how good they are at noise cancellation by playing some music on my phone, but then also playing some music on my speakers, and see just kind of how effective it actually is. Okay, so the music's obviously going in the background. Now I'm gonna put these on. These are bad. I'm getting like an exceptional amount of bleeded. I wonder if it's because the ear cup's not. No, it's, yeah. As I squeeze them, I actually hear it even more clearly. Wild. So now transparency mode's on, and I'm playing some like airplane noise, and now I'm gonna turn transparency mode off.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
It's giving me spatial audio. What? What is happening? That's strange. So what's happening is that as I'm turning my head, it's moving the noise to the other ear. When I'm standing like this, I'm hearing the white noise on this side, but then when I turn, it's actually moving the sound of what it's trying to cancel in my ear cup. It is not blocking out the sound at all. These are not effective at noise canceling, in my opinion. I'm not getting as close to an experience as what I would get on the Sony WH-1000s. Maybe I'm missing something. This is my first time like actually showcasing a brand new Apple product, and I feel like I'm not on the reviewers list, so I'm missing some documentation. Let me go through the manual to see, is there an effective way of doing this? Because this is shockingly bad. Okay, I'm gonna go get my AirPods Pro. Oh, my AirPods Pro are right here. So I'm gonna take these off, and I'm gonna put in my AirPods Pro. These are doing a better job. I'm hearing less of that with my AirPods Pro. What? What is that? What? You have to hand it to Apple though. That seamless switching between them, like as soon as I put these on, it's actively ready to go. These are bad. I'm shocked. I'm absolutely flabbergasted because the AirPods Pro haven't like been bad. I don't like to use them in all instances, especially like walking around. The noise cancellation just really messes with like, I hear my own bones creaking, which is weird. But man, first impressions, these suck. Way worse than the Sonys, way worse than the Bose. That's the primary reason why I would even consider these, is because of the active noise cancellation. Now, I guess talking about them as actual headphones, let me give a listen to a few more songs. What you say, what you say, why you gotta be like that, why you gotta be like that. Okay, so the high end is very clear and distinct. There's good separation between all of the sounds that I'm listening to. It's very bright, but also at the same time, you can tell that the bass is just like cranked up to 11. It's basically trying to put the kick drum pedal into your ear ball, and just like too much. Like I definitely, if I could get some EQ adjustments on this, I would drop the bass instantly because it's a little bit too much. It's over exaggerated. But in the mids and highs, it's good. It's fine. It's just, I'm appalled. I'm appalled at how bad that noise cancellation is compared to my Sonys.
Disgusting!
Okay, well, I don't have anything else to say. Maybe Apple will come up with some like software update to make these better, but these are anus. That's my official take on this. Like, just disregard the price point of $550. I wouldn't pay $200 for these. They're that bad. I would get yourself some used Sonys. Get yourself, go with both. Like, these are awful. Like, way less noise cancellation. These suck. I don't know if I can like state that enough, emphatically, in enough language to kind of communicate. Don't buy these. Don't buy them even if Apple puts them on a 50% off sale unless they come up with some major software updates, but I am heavily disappointed in these. And I would just like to say that I'm not like an anti-Apple guy whatsoever. Like, I have an iPhone 12 Pro Max, I have AirPods, I'm wearing an Apple Watch, I use a MacBook Air. Like, I'm not just a PC dude who's completely against Apple, but they've completely missed the mark here. This is ridiculous. Like, the Apple M1 MacBooks, great stuff, revolutionizing laptop game. AirPods Max, revolutionizing nothing, kind of bass-ackwards in a few ways, like not having an aux jack, and the fact that you have to charge with Lightning. These are just gross. And that's all I have to say about that. I am instantly flipping these or returning them if I can, because they are disappointing. Anyways, that's gonna be it for my first impressions on the AirPods Max. Why don't you hit the like button if you enjoyed it, get subscribed for more stuff that we do here at UFD Tech, and I'll catch you in the next video. Frick, these suck.